Hey y'all.
Okay. Good morning.
This is early for Jenna. She's not much of a morning person, but
early.
She's trying to get better at that.
And I wasn't planning on videoing right now or getting out of the vehicle right now, and here I am.
But we went and picked up feed. I coaxed her out of bed this morning to ride with me.
Yes.
And now she's glad because now we're going to pick up an organizer so we can organize the boys' room a little bit better. Their space in the RV. But anyway, we're at one of my least favorite stores in the whole wide world.
Probably
Target.
a sin to shop here, the Target.
Well, they have what we need, and
I was not planning on going anywhere, and I am not dressed for Target. I mean, I might be dressed for Walmart. I am not dressed for Target.
But it's okay.
But it's alright, I'm going in anyways, because there's things I need, and I live 30 minutes from here, so I'm not going to make a special trip just so I can change clothes and look a little more presentable. That's not practical.
No. So anyway, we got a big day planned, so y'all stick with us. Between skim milk and the cream. Okay. I think I finally have this dialed in.
Alright, we did it. We made butter. We told you we knew how to do it. We just had some major problems yesterday. I think the biggest problem was our temperature regulation. We did not have the milk heated to the right temperature to separate, and then again we made butter, or attempted to make butter. We did not have the cream at the right temperature. So we are going to strain off this buttermilk. Buttermilk is not thick, true buttermilk like you would buy at the store, but it's real buttermilk. It's the excess milk from the butter. And there we go, we have butter. I'm going to rinse this and work it, and I'm going to put salt in it, and it's going to be delicious. And my sourdough, it almost burnt, but it's still good. I think we'll eat some if they have a chili dog sourdough. Oh good, there's some on, so we'll eat some on sourdough. And then Emma's over here working on yogurt. So we're heating this. She can heat it and then cool it, filter it. And the Instant Pot is great because it's a yogurt setting. Alright, we made butter. Yay! I salted it, and these butter paddles were gifted to us from one of our viewers. You were awesome, and this person might have to use them, and way better than using your hands. I mean, like, super way better. I had this butter mold. I'm going to just scrape my butter down into it. I've not actually used my butter mold before for butter. I got them a while back and just haven't made butter since, so it's messy. Each of these is supposed to be the equivalent of one stick of butter, but they don't look very big. I don't know if that's accurate.
I think they're shorter but deeper.
Yeah, that's what it is, because they have grooves for each tablespoon. I see that. They just are, yeah. I don't think we're going to have two full sticks, but close. We got to do some more tweaking on our cream separator because we feel like we need more cream. We just are learning. I mean, not learning, but relearning because it's been a while since we used it. Trying to get all that precious butter out. 2 sticks. And we're going to pop this in the freezer for a little while so they can firm up. And then we can either use it and eat it, or we might go ahead and start freezing. The plan is to freeze butter so we have plenty put up for the winter, but I'm not sure. With it being the first butter we've made in a long time, we might just have to eat it. We'll see. But that worked incredibly well.
Alright y'all, going over here to feed these cows. We still haven't fully recovered from the drought. We definitely have a lot more grass than we did have, but it's just not growing fast enough to keep up with the cows right now. We haven't got our watering situation figured out enough to do the intensive pasture rotation yet. I'm feeling much more inspired, a lot more hopeful about how to go about that now after listening to Joel Salatin speak at the conference this past weekend. But yeah, I worry that I just want my cows to have plenty. So I still am putting out a bale, maybe a bale a week or something right now to help keep them in tip-top shape, especially with winter coming up. So we're gonna feed these jokers. So yeah, they're looking at me already. They know what's coming. So let me drop this wire. This is our Gallagher turbo wire. This stuff is way better than any other poly wire we've ever used. Much more conductive, so it delivers a much harder shock, which results in the cattle staying in a lot better. We used to use it for our pigs, but for whatever reason, this batch of pigs, it doesn't matter if you use steel wire with like 7,000 volts on it, they will not respect it. So this batch kind of put a kink in our plans for putting the pigs in the woods, but I'm hoping once I get these big ones gone and we just have the smaller ones and the 2 sows, we'll be able to continue on with the plans of putting them in the woods. Woo! Come on, cows. Woo! Come on, girls. Woo, cows. I'm gonna actually drive all the way up here and roll it down on the top because I might as well go ahead and keep putting seed up there. This old girl right here, you can see she's really thin, but she's also 16 years old and actually going on 17 years old. So we are, but she's such a good cow, I just don't want to take her to the market. I mean, most people would call her now. I know that a lot of successful cattle producers would, but I just really like her. I just can't bring myself to take her to the market. I probably should do better about that. But yeah, that's old lady 14. She's one of my favorites. So let's head up here and put this bale out. All right, as you can see, this is a pretty steep ridge. So I backed up. I'm gonna drive out from underneath the bale and hopefully it'll be stationary and then I can spin it and then roll it down the hill. So I haven't tried doing this up here yet. I've only come around from the top, but with all those trees and stuff on here that I haven't been able to clean up yet, I cannot get the bale to roll all the way down. So we're gonna try it this way today. Hopefully it works. Hopefully in the next couple weeks, I'll be dragging these trees down and cutting them into firewood. So let's try this. Took some doing, but it worked out. But yeah, this is going to be a lot of pasture here once I get all this seeded. It's probably going to be about 5 or 6 weeks, and that is going to be a ton of new grass seed. You can see back here what I mean by all the trees and stuff. This is all where I cleared when we had the dozer here back in the spring, and the spring and summer is not a good time to be cutting up firewood and all that. It's just too hot. I had too much other stuff going on out here that I needed to be doing. So I would say in the next week or so, I'll be dragging this stuff down with the tractor, cutting it up down to the bottom. I'm gonna have set up the wood splitter. We're planning to sell firewood this winter to help with some supplemental income. So that's the plan, and people around here said we shouldn't have any trouble selling firewood because a lot of people around here burn it and have a hard time getting it. So as you can see, I've got tons all the way around, and that's just right here. I'm not even counting what's up on top of the property. So yeah.
So what are you doing in that tote underneath the camper? It's nice and cool. It's her personal bed. And here we have Charlotte deciding she wants to go for a joyride in Jacob's car. Alright, we haven't done a little goat update in a bit, so we thought that we would bring you here and check out these cutie goaty girls. We've shown the cuteness, but we haven't actually talked about them. So Charlotte and Tirza are both in milk, and they're doing great. We're getting about a gallon of milk or so a day between the two of them. So we're milking twice a day. Look at this sweet girl.
A gallon and a half, because they give a half gallon and a quart every morning and every evening.
Okay, so a gallon and a half. I stand corrected by the 8-year-old. But yeah, so they're giving a good bit, and we are really enjoying drinking their milk fresh, which is perfect because then we can use the cow milk to make all of the delicious things and drink the goat milk fresh. So back here we have Florence and Darwin, who are growing tremendously. They are getting so big. Hey girls! And they're always wanting loves and cuddles, and they're doing great. We're gonna breed them at some point. They're not quite old enough, but they will be having babies next year. And these girls will need to be bred back soon, and they'll have babies next year. And the rest of the goats went under the fence to the neighbor's property. We got to do something about that. In fact, they're just gonna start working on a more permanent fencing for them. And that will be in upcoming videos, but we don't have that yet. So we have, of course, Rosemary, Coco, and Fiona, which are Nigerian dwarfs. And then we only have one of our bucklings left. We had Ned, Lucas, and Henry. And we sold Ned and Lucas to the same girl. She had wanted pets, so we weathered them, we banded them. And she bought one at first, but then she decided he was lonely and wanted a second one. So they went together, and then we decided to keep Henry because Lydia really wanted to keep him. And we were planning to try to get a buck at some point to breed these girls. So we have banded him, and he's a wether now, and that means that he can be a companion for a buck. So that works out great. And then he's also eating brush, currently the neighbor's brush, which I'm sure they don't mind. But they're all off way over there eating whatever they want, which is great. Helps keep their rumens going and helps clear the brush for us. It's a win-win for all of us, right, goaty girls? Right. Oh, look at them. But there's so much love to be had. So much good love to be had. All right. Well, I guess that wraps it up for today. Hope you enjoyed this video and our butter redemption. We were like, yes, see, we can make butter. We know what we're doing. We're not completely crazy. Well, we might be, but anyways, we can make butter. So thank you for joining us. If you're not already subscribed, we would love for you to go ahead and subscribe to the channel. Hit the notification bell so you can be notified every time we upload a video. If you give us a thumbs up, YouTube will know that you're enjoying what you see. Comment below, and we will catch you guys next time.